In a small Amish settlement outside of Shipshewana, Indiana, the workshop of a furniture maker named Eli Troyer stays completely free of wasps every single summer. His neighbors notice it. His apprentices ask about it. And the answer, when Eli finally shares it, is not some ancient herbal remedy or a secret passed down through generations of craftsmen. It is a can of WD-40 and a working knowledge of exactly where and how to use it. Now, WD-40 has been sitting in garages since 1953, when a chemist named Norm Larsen at the Rocket Chemical Company in San Diego cracked the formula on his 40th attempt. The name literally means water displacement 40th formula. It was originally developed to protect the outer skin of Atlas missiles from corrosion and moisture. Nobody intended it to become one of the most versatile household products in history. But that is exactly what happened, and the insect applications are among the least talked about. So why does a petroleum-based lubricant bother insects so much? The mechanism is more interesting than most people expect. Most insects breathe through tiny openings along their abdomen called spiracles. These are not lungs in any sense we would recognize. They are microscopic valves that open and close to regulate airflow and prevent moisture loss. When a light petroleum distillate like WD-40 contacts those spiracles, it blocks them. The insect suffocates in seconds, not from toxicity in the traditional sense, but from simple mechanical interference with the breathing system. That is why it works fast, and that is why it works on insects with very different biologies, from ants to wasps to stink bugs. But killing insects on contact is actually the least interesting thing WD-40 does in this space. The real value is in what happens after the spray dries. The thin, oily film that WD-40 leaves behind creates a surface that insects find deeply hostile to walk across, nest on, or lay eggs near. That residual effect is what Eli Troyer understood intuitively long before he could have explained the chemistry. He sprays the wooden frames of his workshop windows every spring, before the first warm week, and wasps never get a foothold. There is nothing for them to grip. The surface is wrong. So here is how that translates into 15 specific situations where this approach actually works. Starting with ants, because ants are almost always the first problem of the season. Ant colonies send scouts ahead of the main population. Those scouts lay pheromone trails that guide thousands of workers back to a food source. If you spray WD-40 along the base of a door frame, along a windowsill, or across a concrete threshold where ants are entering, you do two things at once. The chemical disrupts the pheromone trail, which breaks communication between scouts and the colony. And the residual film makes the surface nearly impossible for ants to cross with any traction. A beekeeper in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, documented this along his barn foundation after a sugar ant infestation consumed most of 2 summers. He sprayed a 2-inch band around the entire perimeter of his storage building, and the incursion stopped within 4 days. Second use, and this one surprises people, cockroaches. Cockroaches are extraordinarily difficult to kill with surface sprays because they are fast, they hide in cracks, and they are physiologically resistant to a lot of chemical approaches. But cockroaches also have to move across surfaces to eat, drink, and find mates. A thin application of WD-40 along the back edges of cabinet interiors, particularly the dark strip at the base of a cabinet where it meets the wall, creates a zone they avoid crossing. The film is inhospitable and slightly disorienting to their sensory system. Pest control records from a restaurant supply company in Ohio from the early 2000s show a service technician who used this method along kitchen baseboard runs as a supplementary measure between chemical treatments. Callbacks from that property dropped by more than half. Third, wasps and yellow jackets. This is the Eli Troyer application, and it works because of where wasps want to build. Wasps prefer smooth, slightly rough wood surfaces for nest attachment, especially under eaves, inside shutter cavities, and along exposed rafter tails. If those surfaces are coated with a light film of WD-40 before nesting season, which in most of North America runs from late April through early June, the queen cannot anchor her initial nest cell. The paper material she produces simply does not adhere properly. The window for prevention is narrow, roughly 6 weeks, but if you catch it, you eliminate the problem before it exists. Fourth use, spiders. Now, Most spiders are genuinely useful and pose no health risk. But for people who want to keep them out of specific areas, particularly dark storage spaces, garages, and basement window wells, WD-40 applied to corners and entry points works as a deterrent. Spiders navigate heavily by touch and vibration, and the slick residual surface disrupts their ability to anchor web anchor points. No anchor means no web. No web means the spider moves on. Fifth, and this one has a satisfying mechanical logic to it, stink bugs. The brown marmorated stink bug, which arrived in Allentown, Pennsylvania from East Asia sometime around 1996 and spread across 26 states within a decade, is a fall invader. It does not damage your home. It does not bite. It just enters by the hundreds through the smallest gaps it can find as temperatures drop, and then releases a deeply unpleasant odor if disturbed. WD-40 applied around window screen frames and door weather stripping in early September, before the invasion begins, makes those surfaces difficult for the bugs to cling to and push through. The timing here is everything. 6. Silverfish. Silverfish are a humidity problem as much as an insect problem, and they tend to live in the spaces behind baseboards and inside the channels of old window tracks. Spraying WD-40 into those channels eliminates the small organic debris they feed on and leaves a film they will not cross. A librarian in Vermont who managed an older municipal building reported using this in the archival storage room, specifically in the metal track channels of old steel shelving units, after silverfish began damaging document folders. No infestation in the treated areas for over 2 years. 7. Earwigs. Earwigs enter homes through foundation cracks and drainage openings, and they cluster in large numbers under pots, stepping stones, and debris along a foundation wall. Spray WD-40 along the seams where foundation material meets siding, particularly on the north and east faces of a structure where moisture tends to persist longer. Earwigs need moisture to survive, and the film creates an inhospitable zone right at the entry point. 8. Carpenter bees. This is one of the more structurally important applications. Carpenter bees do not eat wood the way termites do, but the female bores a perfectly round half-inch hole into bare, unpainted wood to lay her eggs. Over several seasons, those tunnels accumulate and genuinely weaken structural members. The preventive approach is to spray the ends of exposed wooden beams, fascia boards, and deck railing ends with WD-40 in early spring. The surface becomes unattractive for boring. The bees move to untreated wood elsewhere. A deck builder in rural Virginia used this on every project for a decade and reported that none of his clients called back with carpenter bee damage on treated surfaces. Painted or stained wood resists them naturally for the same reason, a surface that is wrong for their tool. 9. Gnats and fungus gnats. Fungus gnats are a specific irritation in homes with potted plants because the larvae live in moist potting soil and the adults hover around faces and windows. Spraying the inner rim and outer rim of a window frame with WD-40 traps adult gnats that land there and prevents them from crossing into living areas. It is not a soil treatment, it is a perimeter control at the point where they migrate from room to room. 10. Fleas are notoriously difficult to control at the surface level because their eggs are not sticky and fall off the host into carpet fibers, upholstery, and floor cracks where they develop away from any treatment you apply to the animal. But flea larvae have to migrate along floor surfaces and baseboards to find warmth and darkness. A thin application of WD-40 along the base of baseboards and along the inner edge of thresholds interrupts that larval migration. It is not a replacement for veterinary flea treatment, but as part of a broader approach, it hits a stage of the life cycle that most standard treatments miss entirely. 11. Mosquitoes around standing features. Mosquitoes need still water to breed, but they also rest on vertical surfaces near those water sources, specifically fence posts, exterior walls, and the underside of deck boards in the hours between feeding. Spraying the underside of deck boards and the lower sections of fence posts with WD-40 in early summer reduces resting habitat. Fewer resting sites means fewer mosquitoes active in a given area during evening hours. A property manager who maintained a lakefront rental cabin in Minnesota started this approach after reading about it in a trade publication in 2011 and noted a measurable reduction in guest complaints about mosquitoes on the deck. 12. Cluster flies. Cluster flies are a late summer problem in rural areas, particularly in homes near agricultural fields. They enter through the smallest gaps around window casings and attic vents in September and October, looking for a place to overwinter. They are not harmful, but a wall full of sleeping cluster flies that wakes up on the first warm February afternoon inside a bedroom is an experience nobody wants twice. WD-40 applied around every window casing exterior and along the gap between wall framing and window rough opening accessible from the outside makes those surfaces slick and discouraging right at the point of entry. 13. Box elder bugs. Box elder bugs are a cousin problem to cluster flies in terms of behavior. They congregate on warm south-facing walls in autumn in numbers that can reach into the thousands, and they push through any gap they can find. The same perimeter approach applies, spraying along the base of siding and around window and door frames on the south face of the structure. But the timing here is even more important. You want to treat before the first congregation forms, which in most of the upper Midwest means the second week of September. Once they have gathered in mass, the treatment is less effective at deterrence. 14. Drain flies. Drain flies, also called moth flies, breed in the biological film that accumulates on the inside walls of slow or blocked drains. They do not live in the water itself. They live in the organic layer above the waterline. Spraying a small amount of WD-40 around the interior rim of an affected drain disrupts that surface film and coats the area where adults rest and lay eggs. Combined with a drain cleaning, it significantly reduces the time it takes to break the breeding cycle. 15. And this is the one that ties everything back to Eli Troyer's workshop: general wood surface protection in high insect pressure areas. In workshops, barns, woodsheds, and outbuildings, bare wood surfaces are constantly exposed to boring insects, nesting insects, and insects that use wood as a food source or a shelter substrate. An annual or twice annual application of WD-40 to expose wood surfaces, rafters, sill plates, and framing members creates a residual layer that makes those surfaces consistently less attractive to the entire range of insects that colonize wood. It does not replace sealing or painting. It is not a substitute for proper wood treatment in structurally critical areas. But as a low-cost, easy-to-apply seasonal measure for areas you cannot practically paint or seal, it works on the same principle that has kept Eli Troyer's workshop Wasp-Free for 15 consecutive summers. Now, a few things worth saying honestly before this ends. WD-40 is a petroleum product, and overuse in areas near food, near open water, or on surfaces children regularly touch is not appropriate. Use it in the specific locations described, apply it thin, let it dry, and keep it away from food prep areas entirely. The residual effect also diminishes over time, particularly outdoors, where rain and UV exposure break it down. Reapplication every 4 to 8 weeks in active insect season is realistic for outdoor applications. Indoor applications in protected locations last considerably longer. The company that makes WD-40 has never officially marketed it as an insect control product, which means none of this appears on the label. But the mechanism is documented, the applications are consistent with the chemistry, and people like Eli Troyer have been arriving at the same conclusions independently for decades. The pattern of practical knowledge accumulating outside the official product channel is exactly what makes this worth knowing. So, which of these 15 surprises you most? Drop that in the comments, because the answer says something interesting about which insects are giving people the most trouble right now. And if you want to see how the same kind of overlooked chemistry shows up in structural wood protection, that video is running on screen right now.